is going to ease inflationary pressures, lowering the cost of working families. 17 Nobel laureates in economics wrote a letter to me about 10 days ago saying this is going to bring inflation down, not up. Today's economic report showing unemployment continued to fall, but consumer prices remain too high. Tell us, the American people, in the midst of this economic crisis, the recovery is showing strong results, but not to them. They're still looking out there. Everything from a gallon of gas to a loaf of bread costs more, and it's worrisome, even though wages are going up.
Well, joining me now from Washington is Joel Griffith. He is a research fellow at the Heritage Foundation. So U.S. inflation hit its highest point in more than 30 years, and people are seeing the effects when they fill up on gas and go to grocery stores. What's behind all of this?
Well, there are many causes, and thanks for having me tonight, but there's many causes behind this increase in the cost of living. And the bottom line is American families are really feeling it. And you see rent prices going up 15% a year. It costs $150 to fill up a minivan in California. But there's a lot of government policies that are responsible for this. If you look at the labor shortage, for instance, we have labor wages, price pressures put on businesses, and that's in large part due to a lot of needless COVID restrictions that are still in place, combined with the fact that our federal government has been supplying ample, generous aid to individuals. And many people have found it just makes sense for them to stay home rather than go to work. So that's been part of the problem as well. And then, of course, you've got this administration declaring a war on fossil fuels, a war on affordable energy in places like California, making it very difficult for diesel trucks to operate. That is also leading to shortages of goods, and that also helps drive up prices. And then lastly, our central bank is printing up trillions of dollars, buying up government debt, and then the government spends that money. So you end up with more dollars chasing a limited supply of goods and services, and that's driving up prices as well.
What does this all mean for the knock-on effect that it's likely to have with the economy further on? Because we're moving into the Christmas shopping season. For some people, it's already begun. It's always a busy time of year. But with prices going up, I mean, what does that mean for Americans, as they go to buy the gifts for family this year?
Well, Americans have their big Thanksgiving holiday coming up in a few weeks. And because of these supply chain issues, largely caused by government action, turkeys are actually out of stock in a lot of grocery stores. And that's the meal that Americans usually eat on Thanksgiving Day. And people are finding that Thanksgiving dinner is costing significantly more. The price of turkey, once again, is up 20% in just the past year. And if you want to travel to see your family, you're finding it far more expensive to buy your gasoline. You're finding new cars costing 40% more. Air travel is more expensive. And sadly, this Biden administration, everything that they're proposing will actually worsen the problem. They propose to spend trillions more. That's going to involve the central bank printing trillions of dollars more. And they propose an all-out war on fossil fuels, which is almost certain to drive up energy costs for American consumers, not just this year, next year, but we're talking about the possibility of higher prices for decades into the future.
All right, we're going to leave it there for now. Joel Griffith, thank you so much for joining us from Washington, D.C.
Thank you.